My name is Breidinger, and I work for the Coca-Cola company, and I'm a senior customer marketing manager, which means I'm all about building the relationship with some of our national accounts across the country. And one of my top customers is Aramark, who's an award-winning food service company across North America. And I'm here at DSE really for my customers' benefit. I'm here to see the new technology that's here, see how it can be implemented and help support their business, and bring that back to them as, an insights perspective and a true value from a partner like Coca-Cola. In my role with Coca-Cola, from what I'm seeing at DSE, I'm really looking to bring back a lot of the insights in terms of hardware solutions, software solutions, but really what we're learning at Coca-Cola, making sure that matches what the industry is providing today. So a lot of what our consumers are looking for, how we're able to bring that the right message to them, and being able to bring that back to Aramark to either, assure them that they're doing the right thing with digital signage, or to take some of these learnings and tell them how to do it a little bit better or enhance their efforts to really promote the right product at the right place at the right time through the right communications medium. From a network perspective, when we're looking at a sports stadium and being able to use the network to push a promotion across 400 screens at the same time, we're able to promote to consumers that they're able to collect the newest souvenir cup that's out at the baseball field, and that there's a limited time offer to get your Coca-Cola souvenir fountain cup today. From a Coca-Cola perspective, when we're looking at Coca-Cola messaging on digital signage with our customers, I think the real goal for us is to create a menu or a message from a digital perspective that really hones into what the customer or consumer is looking for. And it doesn't necessarily have to be about the Coca-Cola brand. It's about the message around the offer and leveraging higher sales for our customer, because if we grow, they grow. If they grow, we grow, and vice versa. So it might not be all about the brand messaging. It's more about the offer for the consumer in terms of the right food and beverage combination at the right time and the right occasion. When you look at the day-to-day challenges of managing a network, specifically with the customers that I work with, which are supporting Aramark organization and from a sports and entertainment perspective, it's really looking at the challenges to update content regularly. For example, if you're looking at an arena that on a Sunday might have a Disney on Ice performance, then goes to that next day of having a hockey game, and maybe even that after that hockey game in the afternoon, having a concert at night, you're looking at changing the message within 3 times within a 24-hour period, because you can't have the same message across all of those different events because you're talking to a different type of demographic, a different type of consumer. So you might want to push, the kids' soda, souvenir soda that features the Disney characters for the Disney on Ice performance, but at a concert later you might be pushing a totally different offer. And the day-to-day challenge is to give our operators at those facilities the ability to have a user-friendly content management system to make those changes easily. And not just easily, I think looking into the future for digital signage is to make that a little bit more automatic, and I think a lot of our vendor partners are looking into that. How is there a way to tie in inventory integration from the POS to the digital sign, so if you're updating a menu item on the POS system, it'll automatically be updated on the menu board, letting them focus on their day-to-day responsibilities of being an operator in a food and service facility, food and beverage facility. Or when we're looking at the right messaging, perhaps it's a ballpark and the weather it's going to be a hot day, really being able to promote a Coke float on the digital sign that day, as opposed to somebody actually physically thinking about who's going to be in the ballpark that day, what should we offer, what's the weather like, how's the team doing, a way to automate that to make the day-to-day challenge of updating menu boards to be the right message at the right time for the right consumer, something that they don't have to think about and it becomes second nature. In terms of the growth of the digital signage industry, being a customer marketing manager and building a lot of these relationships with customers across the country that work with Coca-Cola, we're getting a lot of questions about digital signage because I think they're seeing the benefits from an adaptability standpoint. Rather than having static signage that has to be replaced every time you need to make a change, and it takes time and money to make those changes, you're missing out on real-time ability to adapt your menu to be able to leverage those higher sales for that moment. So some of the examples I had given is, day parts changing or consumers coming in at different times of the day for different events. You have the ability with digital signage to adapt that message real time. It might take you a couple of minutes and leverage higher sales because you're having the right message on the screen at the right time, as opposed to static signage where you don't have that ability to adapt. And the ROI, there might not be that magic number that shows you the increase of sales you can have, but I think you're giving up a cost to be able to provide the message at the right time with digital signage, so you wouldn't have that ability to do it with static. So I think going back to that question, I think a lot of our customers are seeing that they don't want to miss out on that opportunity, and digital signage is something they definitely have to look to invest in to be able to be not only cutting edge, but not miss those opportunities to have the right promotion or the right message to their customers at the right time. So walking around the floor at DSE this year, I've definitely seen a lot more thought from our vendor partners on how to make a digital signage solution much easier for a day-to-day operator, for example. And what I've seen is, instead of having a system where there's a lot of cables and a lot of cords, or extra expense with having to purchase additional media players and then screens and a very robust system, they're finding ways to integrate that into a single plug-and-play solution that I think overall will bring down the costs for a lot of customers who are looking for digital signage, and will make it very easy for them to install it. So a lot of those barriers to entry for a lot of our customers are being eliminated by our vendor partners looking into smarter solutions for digital signage. The digital signage industry has arrived.